Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 13. It's titled, The Truth Always Comes Out. I did not enjoy this episode. They gave Madison too much camera time, and I can't stand that heifer. Why did she have so much camera time? Let's get started with MM and Ikiche. They met up at an ice cream parlor. They talked about what brings them joy. Ikiche said he was going to meet up with some family members, including his mother. And MM told him that she would like to see his mother. He completely blew her off and told her that he will text her to see how she's doing. She told him, okay. Then he pulled out some cards because he wanted to play 21. 21 blackjack, same thing. And then she asked him, why aren't you wearing your ring? He lied and said he was washing dishes and he took it off and forgot to put it back on. Liar. And then she knows he's lying. In her confessional, she said it's very disrespectful for him not to wear his ring. And it is. Next up, we have Camille and Thomas. I can't stand these two. They are massaging each other with some kind of massage tool. And Thomas was very gentle with Camille. But when it was Camille's turn to use it on Thomas, she was being rough with him. And Camille, she enjoys being rough, but Thomas doesn't. He don't like that roughness. And I'm with Thomas. Pain is not pleasure. Next, the ladies, they met up at a sound bath. After the sound bath, MM told the ladies that Ikiche moved out after the 1-year anniversary dinner. She told them that she went home and his things were gone. She said they then met up with the expert and then they decided to move back in together and to try again, but go slower, go at a slower pace and just date. They went on it. She told him that they went on a date. Her and Ikiche went on a date, and he was not wearing his ring. She told him that he went to to his college homecoming, and he didn't invite her to go. So the ladies, they feel a lot of sympathy for her, but I don't. She needs to stop wasting her time with Ikiche and leave. Leave him. Leave the show. Just leave. Find somebody else, MM, that like you. Ikiche don't like you. So then Michelle told the ladies that she received the text from David that says, you look so good, I want to eat you up, or you look so fine, I want to eat you up. And the ladies, they laugh. And then she said, he didn't send it to me. He claimed he sent it to his cousin, referring to some food. And they all know David is a liar. They all know the text is for another female, not about no food. So Michelle told Madison that you were there. You and Carla were there the night that he sent this text. Carla said that night, David was helping Madison to find her phone. Madison said, well, my phone was stolen. Madison told Michelle that if she wants the truth out of David, she should be nice to him and ask him softly, what happened? Really, tell me what happened. Be nice to him. Carla said the truth always comes out. So the men also, they met up. They met up at a boxing gym. And after they were done boxing, they talked about Ikiche moving out of the apartment. And now that he's moved out of the apartment, now he's dating MM. So then David told the men that he texted his cousin about a plate of food, and it was sent to Michelle, and the men don't believe him. Well, the men believe him. I think the men believe him. The only one that didn't believe him was my Allen. Next up, Michelle and David. Michelle met up with PC, Pastor Cal, and told him all about David and his little text, and him lying about it. She also told PC that David's been meeting up with his ex-girlfriends and taking them out for coffee and texting them. So then later, David showed up and he explained to PC that the text should have gone to his cousin, not Michelle. PC didn't believe him. Michelle told David that the text bothered her because her parents got divorced due to infidelity. That doesn't mean anything. What I got to do with anything? It has nothing to do with anything. David said, "Oh, I'm sorry, and I didn't know." That has nothing to do with his text. PC addressed the fact that David took his ex out for coffee. David claimed his ex is already in a relationship and they're only friends. Michelle thinks that there is something else going on. PC told David that it seems like he is hiding something. PC told David that he can ask his cousin to send Michelle the plate of food, a picture of the plate of food. David said he's not going to do that. PC said, why? David said because he doesn't want to get his cousin involved. PC said she's already involved. And then David said Michelle has been criticizing him the whole entire marriage. Michelle said, "You told me to be honest with you." But David is just trying to deflect. All of that got nothing to do with the damn text. PC told them that they need to talk to each other to get to know each other better. But Michelle said, what about this damn text? She don't care about talking to him and getting to know him. She wants to know about the text, PC. So PC said, it's simple. Give Denise a call and ask Denise to send you the picture of the food. Then PC asked David, do you have your phone? And David said, yeah, I have my phone, but I'm not going to call Denise. I'm not going to get her involved. And then Michelle told, PC told Michelle to ask Denise for the receipt, for the picture. And Michelle and David, they left out, and PC and they're outside talking, and Michelle asked David, how come he doesn't want Denise to send him the receipt? And then David said, because you don't care. Michelle said, I do care. David said, I don't want her to send the receipt. Michelle asked him if he's hiding something. David told her, no, he's not hiding anything. Michelle told him that this does not make him look good. David said, he doesn't care. And then he said, I gotta leave and go to work. So he said, bye, and he left and went to work. And Michelle planned on asking Denise for the text. Because she thinks that there's something bigger going on. So next we see David at the apartment. He said Michelle is not staying at the apartment with him. He's going to allow her to have her space. And then when she starts believing him, then they can come together and move forward. So next, Michelle called Denise. Denise said there is no picture of a plate of food, and she is not happy with David, and she don't want to get involved with David and his shenanigans. So now Michelle knows that there was no text, and David is a effing liar, and he's cheating on her with some damn body he wants to eat up. So next we have Carla and Juan. Dr. Pia came over for a visit. Carla told Dr. Pia that she took Juan to meet her parents. Juan told Dr. Pia that her parents were great. And meeting them went very well. Dr. Pia told Carla that she saw her pictures on social media all over guys. But Juan don't care about that because Juan don't care about Carla. And Dr. Pia said she was humping these guys. Dr. Pia said, when are you going to start humping your own husband? Carla said she's been trying. She's been flirting with Juan and touching Juan, but Juan ain't doing the same thing to her. So Dr. Pia asked them if they are down to give each other massages. And they agreed. Then Dr. Pia asked them if they're down to do tantric yoga, do a tantric yoga session. And Carla is excited as hell. Juan don't know what the hell that is, but he agreed anyway. So next they're in their apartment talking about Carla going to the gym to do number 2, because she doesn't do number 2 in the apartment. She doesn't want to smell up the apartment, or she doesn't want to do it while he's there, I guess. I don't know. Then Juan had her Google tantric yoga because he wants to know what the hell he just got himself into. What the hell he just agreed to do. So they practiced a few yoga positions. But you could tell Juan was still nervous because he don't want no affection from Carla. So next, Carla, she almost burned down the place. She was lighting her sage or whatever that was she was lighting. And the tantric yoga came over. And this is an older lady with gray hair. And she's wearing lingerie. Why? Why did she come over to their house wearing lingerie? She wanted to get involved. She wanted to be a threesome. She did. How dare her come over to their house in lingerie? So the instruction made them feel each other heart chakra. Then she made Juan take off his clothes, lie on his back, and the instructor and Carla caress him with roses. And that instructor kept caressing him on his penis with the rose. She did several times. Then she blew all over his body and blew all up in his face. Then when she left, Juan and Carla changed positions, and Juan caressed Carla with the rose. But he wasn't serious with it. He was just messing around and playing around. He wasn't taking it seriously. So next up we have Madison and Alan. I can't stand Madison. I cannot stand this chick. Dr. Pia came for a visit. Madison told her that she liked the Twister game that Dr. Pia had sent over for them to play. Dr. Pia asked them where are they with trust. Alan said he trusts Madison. Madison said she trusts Alan, but she don't trust him when he's drinking. She just want to assassinate his character. She don't trust him when he's been drinking. What kind of shit is that? She's full of shit. Dr. Pia has some cards that she created that deals with trust and intimacy, and she plans on sending that to them so they can use those cards to help them out a bit. Dr. Pia told Madison that Alan may end up rocking her world. And Alan agreed. Hey, he may just end up rocking her damn world. But I think somebody else is rocking Madison's world. So the next scene, Madison and Alan received the cards. Let's receive a gift basket from Dr. Pia. In the gift basket were the cards. So Alan read one of the card, and the question was, what type of foreplay don't you like? I'll tell you mine. I don't like my ear being licked. I don't like my ear being kissed. I don't like anybody blowing in my ear. I don't like anybody biting my ear. I don't like anybody sticking their tongue in my ear. I don't like anybody sticking their tongue in my navel. I don't like anybody sucking my toes. None of that. That's foreplay I do not like. Madison said she liked everything, but she don't like pain. Madison's question to Alan was, what do you like to do after sex? Me, after sex, I like to have a drink and watch TV until I fall asleep. Alan said he wants to jump up. He said he wants to jump in the shower. I don't blame him. That's right, Alan. Clean yourself up. He probably gets sweaty afterwards because he's doing all the work. So he said he wants to jump in the shower and clean himself up. Alan's question to Madison was, when you're stressed, does sex serve as a release? I'll tell you, no. When I'm stressed, sex does not serve as a relief. I need a drink and I need to be left alone. That's what served as a relief for me when I'm stressed. Madison says sex is a great relief for stress. Alan said, so I should always get you stressed? Alan is so funny. He is hilarious. Madison's question to Alan was, how does she know that he is in the mood? Well, if I want my partner in the mood, I just put on something sexy. Alan said, just tap me on the shoulder. That's so funny. I just love Alan. He is hilarious. He said, just tap me on the shoulder. Alan's question to Madison was, your favorite way to reach an orgasm? Mine, me on top. Madison said, same thing. That's the best way for a woman to reach her orgasm because she can control everything. So that's what Madison said as well. Alan said he prefers that. And then Alan told Madison that when he first met her, he thought she was a party girl. She was superficial. He said because she was on the dance floor shaking that ass. Madison got offended real quick. She said, I was at my wedding dancing. I wasn't on a pole. She said, party girl is a trigger for me. How is that a trigger? Everything is a trigger for her. When he told her he was in a toxic relationship, she goes, that's a trigger for me. How's him being in a toxic relationship is a trigger for you? When he had one beer and drove off, that triggered her. When he said, when he first met her, thought it was a party girl, that triggers her. Everything he says to her triggers her. Well, she is a party girl. She would rather hang out with her friends in the bar than come home to her husband. So Alan took the dog for a walk, and when he left, the producer asked Madison if how is she feeling, and she started to cry. She said, because nobody takes me seriously. Girl, bye. I don't take her seriously. Because the first night that they came to the apartment after the honeymoon, she went out partying with her friends and didn't come home till the next day. That's a party girl. You are a party girl, heifer. Now she's using being mad. She's she's using what he said to be mad at him. So she left the apartment claiming that she's going to go call a friend, and she ain't come back until 3 in the morning. Now, is that a party girl or not? She's a party girl. What did she do? I bet she went to the bars and drank with her friends and had a good old time. And she get mad when somebody... Anyway, and then she said, she did a video cam and she said Alan called her a hooker. That's a lie. Alan never called her a hooker. A hooker is a person who have sex with strangers and get paid for it. He never called her a hooker. He said he thought she was a party girl when he first met her because she was shaking that ass on the dance floor. And she is a party girl. She is. Madison is a bitch and she's a liar, saying that Alan called her a hooker. If we didn't hear the conversation, if people didn't hear that conversation, they probably would have believed that Alan called her a hooker. She's trying to assassinate his character is what she's trying to do. She said she's hurt, she's disappointed, and she's frustrated. And she just wants a reason to be mad at Alan. And then she wants the audience to be mad at Alan as well. She's just trying to assassinate his character. Because she's a shitty person, and she thinks she's slick because she even mentioned Decision Day. What did she mention in Decision Day for? She's trying to let us know she's trying to have valid reasons why she's going to say no on Decision Day. But you don't have to pull excuses out of your ass and out of the air, Madison. We all know you're going to say no on Decision Day because you don't like Alan. So next, Madison's at the gym. Alan joins her at the gym, and she told him that her feelings were hurt because people don't take her seriously. And she told him to choose better words. And Alan said, well, you called me a pushover. And she didn't like that. She didn't like that shit one bit. She asked him, why is he all fired up? And why is he trying to piss her off? And he told her, she said she was going to go call a friend. And she didn't get back until 3:20 in the morning. She said, well, I came home, didn't I? She's a bitch. She doesn't want to be called a hooker, but she acting like one, right? Don't come home till 3 o'clock in the morning. Where the hell were you? On the corner? Taking requests? I mean, where were you at 3 in the morning? Alan said, well, I was worried about you. So then she yelled and argued with him some more because she knows she's wrong. She leaving, don't come home till 3 in the morning. What if he had done that? She would have had a fit, right? Just because she wants the audience to hate him. But it's okay for her to do it. So she cussed him out a little bit and then walked off crying. So next, they're back in the apartment, and of course, Alan has to grovel to her to make her feel better. I can't stand that heifer. Next, we have Camille and Thomas. I can't stand Camille and Thomas either. Dr. Pia comes for a visit. She asks them about their sex life, and they claim it's going well. Camille said she has been in charge, but she wants Thomas to take charge and be more assertive. Thomas said he does some things to please her, but now his neck hurt. But bump. We know what that means, right? Camille said she wants hair pulling, ass smacking, and she wants to be thrown around. Thomas said he's game for that, and it's music to his ears. It's not music to his ears. That's not the type of person Thomas is. Dr. Pia asked Thomas, what does he want from Camille? He said, well, I do oral on her, and I would like that in return. Camille said she ain't doing that shit. She said she ain't doing that until she knowing better. What? She's one selfish bitch. He's doing everything she likes, or trying to do everything she likes, but she won't return the favor? Oh, man. See, I wouldn't go for that. It has to be 50-50. But Thomas said, oh, I don't mind. I don't, we'll just go at her pace. No, Thomas, no. Don't let that heifer walk all over you. She like a thug guy, so be thuggish. Be thuggish. She like thugs. So next scene, they get a basket from Dr. Pia. They blindfold Thomas and tied up his wrist, and she shoved the avocado in his mouth and started to whip him. Poor Thomas, he wants a safe word. He's scared. He wants a safe word. Then they switch role, and they blindfold her and tie her up, and I don't want to know nothing about what they're doing in bed. I really don't care. Next up, no Ikeche. Last but not least, did a video at her apartment. She said she went back to her apartment because there's no peace at the little tiny apartment. And I don't blame her. I'd rather be in my own apartment, my own space, instead of that little tiny apartment, sitting there looking pathetic, right? Called Dr. Pia, and she told Dr. Pia that Ikeche decided to decided not to move in, and they haven't been communicating. She told Dr. Pia that Ikeche went to Houston to a homecoming, and he said he would reach out to her, but he hasn't. She basically told Dr. Pia that she is scared to reach out to him because he's a crazy fool. She don't know he might start screaming at her, so she ain't gonna reach out to him. She's letting him do all the communicating, or initiate all the communicating. She told Dr. Pia that Ikeche has abandoned the marriage, but she is still in, and hopefully things will work out. Leave the show. You don't need the money. Leave this show because you are being humiliated on national TV. Why would you allow yourself to be humiliated like this on national TV? None of these couples are gonna make it. None of them is gonna make it. Not even Camille and Thomas, because Camille does not like Thomas. She doesn't like him. If she liked him, she would return the favor that he does for her. And she's not doing that. She says she's not gonna do that. Anyway, that was the end of the episode. This is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.